This is Corporal Patrol Echo Delta reporting from near Outpost Omega 230. We've been set upon by raiders flying under the banner of the Desolate King, with more spotted about 50 clicks out from Hatton Island. Looking for backup. Raiders are armed to the teeth, and I'm not too sure how long we can fend them off for. Fuck. Seems like they've got some artillery or at least some explosives. Screw it. Any and all nearby squads and mercenaries make for Outpost Omega 230. But be warned, it could be overrun if you get here too late. This has been Agent...
All hail to the Desolate King, risen to lay waste to the wastes.
With this graffiti appearing, the security details have now doubled in the smaller sub-districts, particularly in regions closer to the edge of the walls. Precautions are also being made in regards to pirate signals appearing outside of corporate-regulated channels to curb this behavior. Attention, all corporate field agents. Reports are coming in that a group of raiders flying the banners of Target K-9147, also known as the Desolate King, have launched a siege on Outpost Omega 230. Patrol units Echo Delta and Beta Foxtrot have already fallen in the line of duty attempting to defend the southern outpost. Last communication from the patrol squads confirms that the raiders were moving from the direction of Hatton Island. Squads of elites are being dispatched from Fallow and Jersey to assist in defense.
But it is likely a losing fight.
We also have reports of civilians working alongside our agents to defend the neutral outpost, and should the tides turn, corporate funds are being allocated to assist with compensation. For all squads in the Terrio region, stay on high alert. Possibility of these raiders making their way through via Fall's Edge is high, should our agents to the south fail. Have a safe day. In local region news, a new strain of corporate crops is almost ready from the recently built outpost near the former rebel camp Haven. This gang are going to find themselves flush with some caps and a complimentary night at the liquor box for their trouble. Thank you, Lady Aliker. Now I've got some heavy news coming in, couriers and companions. I've been hearing word over the static that Outpost Omega 230, down south and home to a fair few couriers in that region, has fallen. There are some scattered survivors roaming around and looking for all the help they can get. But all I'm hearing is that raiders flying the colors of the Desolate King have taken the outpost, taking out anyone they could, whether they were corporate, courier, or regular old wasteland survivors. It's a sad day when news like this hits our ears. From what I gathered, everyone at that outpost fought side by side, regardless of if they were wearing a suit or if they were in scraps. Shows how important a place like that was down there, so close to so many different communities. Now, forgive me, dear couriers and friends. I know we'll never get along with corporates, and I feel eternally sad for everyone who ends up conditioned. But my heart goes out all the same to everyone that died defending that outpost. The Desolate King is one warlord I would never want to go toe-to-toe with, and I fear for everyone in the nearby areas if he decides to extend his web out from there. To any couriers who may have had friends, allies, or family near there, I'm rallying whatever sources I can to assist with tracking down anyone, with triple fees for assistance in those cases. Expect some extra assignments in the coming days while we sort out this horrible news. I think that'll be all for me tonight. I've got some contacts set up. Signing off of channel 91.715.
Sure if it'll work out, but since when has that ever stopped anyone? Moving on to the only news cutting through the static today, Wastelanders. Outpost Omega 230. Probably one of the bigger, completely neutral outposts in all of the wastes, at least as far as I've heard. It fell today, after an intense fight that brought together all sorts. Survivors, mercenaries, cultists, even corporates died side by side, fighting to defend this outpost. Now, who would be a threat enough to bring together so many from so many different parts? The Desolate King. In trying to clear my own name, I've heard rumors and rumblings that the warlord I've been named as being is actually still alive and well. building up a force the likes of which no one has seen before. Raiders, chemheads, and any half-feral psychos that he can rally to his cause. Of course, the first target the king set his eyes on was somewhere he could do the most damage in the least amount of time. My heart breaks for everyone that fell today. Safe places where even corporate agents aren't seen as a threat and where everyone can relatively work together are nearly impossible to find, and even harder to keep operating. Yet, this one's been around for so long, it's been nicknamed by some couriers and travelers as the first outpost. So to hear that it's fallen is a hit to everyone in that region. It's also devastating to know that the Desolate King is actually still alive and active. In some ways, knowing this is a mild relief for me, since that clears me of at least one claim from that rogue broadcast. But on the other hand, it really does not bode well for the rest of the Waste at large. Sadly, I haven't ever really gotten a direct report of what he's done, but even the rumors are terrifying. And from the reports coming in right now, there's a lot of weight to those same rumors. I know I'll be keeping my ear on the static over the coming weeks, and I suggest that anyone able to do so should be doing exactly that. For the time being, I'm going to be trying to patch through to some of my contacts and reconnect with some of the network to figure out some contingencies should the Desolate King turn his eyes this way. This has been Grimm Grinner, broadcasting on all channels. See you in the wastes.
Welcome to The Wastes is a Wasteland podcast brought to you by Edward Grimm Grinner Hutchinson. Feel free to follow me on all social media and make sure to subscribe so you can hear new episodes as they release. If you like what I do here and want to support the podcast by getting some cool merch, check out my Etsy store. For more information and all the links, check out linktree.com/welcome to the wastes. Thanks for listening.